Hi everybody. Lucerne is probably the most beautiful city in Switzerland and amongst the nicest places to visit in all of Europe. If you're planning to visit Switzerland in summer, make sure you do a stopover in Lucerne. This striking medieval town sits on the edge of scenic Lake Lucerne and looks up at some of the most impressive mountain peaks in the country. Today I'm going on a walking tour through Lucerne and visit the top sightseeing spots and landmarks in Lucerne. Let's check it out. If you're like me, your walking tour will likely start at the train station. The Lucerne train station is very centrally located and all sightseeing spots are in walking distance. If you exit the train station and make a right, you will already see Lake Lucerne and the impressive modern cultural and congress center. The square just in front of it invites to take a rest and take in the fresh breeze that comes from the lake. From here, you can also go on a boat cruise or take the boat across Lake Lucerne to Mount Rigi or to the Pilatus funicular station just outside of Lucerne. Now let's go on a walk across the Seebrücke, the lake bridge across the River Reuss, which will take you to the old town. From here, you can already see the Chapel Bridge, one of the most important and famous sightseeing monuments of Lucerne, but more on that later. Go past the Schwanenplatz and enter the old town towards Hertensteinstraße with its many colorful shops. Make a right and walk towards Zurichstrasse, where you go past the Bourbaki Panorama building, which houses an impressive 360-degree painting of the Franco-Prussian War. From here, it is only a very short walk to one of the big highlights of any Lucerne tour, the Lion Monument. The Lion Monument is easily one of the most fascinating sites in Lucerne. Carved into a former sandstone quarry is a rock relief of a dying lion, and it is truly a beautiful work of art. The history behind this monument is quite special. The lion lying inside the cliff is mortally wounded and represents the Swiss Guard, which was massacred while trying to protect Louis XVI at the Tuileries Palace on the 10th of August 1792 during the French Revolution. An inscription below the monument lists the names of the 760 soldiers who died. The monument was designed by the Danish sculptor Bertel Thorvaldsen and created in the early 1820s by Lucas Arhorn. I made this monument one of the first destinations of my walking tour to avoid the crowds which usually come here in busloads. Right behind the Lion Monument you will find the Glacier Garden, a natural site that dumbfounded scientists when it was discovered in 1872. For an entrance fee of 15 Swiss francs, you can visit a group of potholes that were formed during the last ice age 20,000 years ago. Even older than these are the fossils of shellfish and palm fronds from when the site was the shore of a subtropical sea some 20 million years ago. These natural phenomena are complemented by new hands-on exhibits as well as fun distorting mirrors. The Glacier Garden is open daily from 10 to 6 p.m. Factor in about 20 to 30 minutes for your visit here. From the Glacier Garden, I'm heading back towards the Bourbaki Panorama building and make a right across Zurich Street up the hill on Musik Street. The famous Musik Wall is my next destination on my walking tour. Lucerne city defenses were raised at the end of the 14th century to protect the old town on the sharp slope to the north. The wall is a breathtaking sight with its 9 tall towers in a row on the city wall. It's really something that you cannot miss in Lucerne. To go up here, it's a bit of an uphill walk, followed by lots and lots of stairs. I particularly enjoyed the view from the hill behind the wall with the cool water fountain that invites for a rest after the climb up here. Four of the towers are accessible. One of the towers is the Z-Turm. It's an ancient clock tower that dates back to the 16th century and which features a colorful clock face, the oldest clock in the city. It also houses a museum of one-of-a-kind timepieces. But all towers are worth visiting. Check out the views from some of the highest points in the city. There's no entrance fee to Musik Wall and towers, and you should calculate at least half an hour to visit here. You get a great view of Lucerne if you go up the music wall and go up one of those towers. It's really cool, and it's for free. From Music Wall, take one of the many alleyways and stairs down to the old town, where you should allow yourself to get lost a bit in the small shopping streets and cobblestone alleys with their beautifully decorated facades. Some of the timber-framed buildings bordering the stone streets are painted in bright colors, giving the Altstadt a fairy tale atmosphere. All of the old center is free of traffic, leaving it for shoppers and visitors. Be prepared to spend at least a couple of hours here. If you ever get tired, you can always pop in one of the many restaurants or cafes in the area or have some ice cream on the way. Well, this concludes the first part of my travel walking tour of Lucerne. Make sure to also check out part 2, where I will be visiting some of Lucerne's most famous landmarks such as the Chapel Bridge, the Corn Market, the swans of Lake Lucerne, and the Hofkirche Basilica. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a like down below and leave me a comment in the comment section. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a good one.